Hey guys, welcome. So today I'm going to be talking about my experience with the New York Auto School Part 2. So if you guys want to see what my experience was like, then please stay tuned and let's get right into the video. So in the last video, I spoke about the 2 lessons that I had in Manhattan. So if you guys have not checked that video out, then go check that one out. And today I'm going to be talking about my lessons in Yonkers. So as far as the lessons in Yonkers as opposed to Manhattan, I personally thought that the lessons in Yonkers were going to be a lot easier because there's less traffic, there's less people. I just thought like more open road was just going to be easier. But in fact, there's a lot that you have to pay attention to when there's more open road and just driving in Yonkers in general. So that caught me by surprise. There's a lot of signs that aren't even used in the city that are used over there. One in particular is a sign that says stop if there's people getting ready to cross, whereas we don't have that sign at all. There's either lights for people to cross or some cars will stop and let you go. If not, you have to just wait until there's a car that lets you stop or there's no traffic. That's how those streets work here in the city. But in Yonkers, they do have that sign. But anyways, it was like a complete shocker because as I said, I thought that the driving lessons were going to be so much easier, but they were actually a little bit more challenging because you had to pay a lot more attention. In hindsight and in general, after the lesson, I actually appreciated that a little bit more just because when you're driving, you have to pay attention to like everything. It helped me develop that muscle to really pay attention to everything because there's a lot going on while you're driving. I have some experience in the city and now I have some experience in Yonkers. I do think that if you are going to book some lessons with the New York Auto School, to definitely book some in Yonkers and book some in Manhattan because then you'll have way more experience and it's just going to make you a better driver in general. Oh, another thing is that there is some hills in Yonkers, so that is definitely different to driving in the city as well. That didn't scare me or alarm me too much. It's just a hill, so it was like okay. But when you're parking on a slant, that definitely changes a little bit of the dynamic of parking. So just mentally prepare yourself for that. Overall, I really enjoyed my lesson in Yonkers. I had a complete different instructor this time, but it's so cool because they all have the same principles and the same calmness, the same vibes, and that is something that I appreciate from the New York Auto School in general, is that they have that same calm energy and they're also very informative and they help you understand what you're doing versus just trying to teach you to pass the road test. They make you better drivers in general. The New York Auto School, although it is a little pricier than a lot of the competitors, especially in Yonkers, it makes sense to pay a little bit more money to get that information because you don't really just want to pass the road test and then just be like a really bad driver after, because you have to care about your safety and the safety of others, right? If you do want to become a better driver in general and you do actually want to learn to be a better driver for life and not just for the 5 or 10 minute road test, then I definitely recommend the New York Auto School because of that. Don't shy away just because it's a little bit pricier than your normal driving schools because you also just get a better car. The functionality and the technology, as I've mentioned before, of the New York Auto School's driving cars are just so much better than a lot of the other driving schools' cars. You just get a lot more for your buck. So it just makes sense to invest into these driving lessons. Make sure you're committing to a school that's going to help you become a better driver and is not just going to teach you just for the road test and that's it. You definitely want to just be a better driver so you get what you pay for, and that is why I definitely love and recommend the New York Auto School because firsthand experience, I've definitely had another school and I didn't get the same value as I did with the New York Auto School. So that is why I recommend the New York Auto School, and as I said, make sure to book your lessons in the city and in Yonkers because you'll have variety and you'll be able to drive in different circumstances, and that's going to make you a better driver overall. So that is just my lesson from this video, and that is what I learned from having like my first lesson in Yonkers versus in the city. If you guys want more tips, if you guys want to see how I did on my road test, if you guys want to know how the road test goes down, then please stay tuned for the next video, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye!